1019 KACQ.
Good morning. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hoff Power Ford. It was a relatively easy weekend for LPD. Officers rolled out on a disturbance reported in the 500 block of East 4th and received a criminal trespass complaint in the 1000 block of Cloud. A theft was reported in the 200 block of South Broad, and dispatchers sent them out to cool off a domestic disturbance in the 700 block of West 4th. A suspicious activity call came in from the 1400 block of South Main, and officers went out on a loud music complaint in the 800 block of East Avenue G. Officers then checked out a suspicious person in the 400 block of West 5th and took a harassment call in the 200 block of South Broad. 2 non-injury wrecks were swept up, one at the intersection of Campbell and East Avenue J, the other in the 400 block of East Plum. A 25-year-old Lampasas man was taken off the streets at the intersection of South Key and Vine for a DWI. A 49-year-old Lomita man was arrested in the 1500 block of South Key on a Coppers Cove PD warrant for his third or more DWI, and the county booked in a 30-year-old Lampasas man on a probation violation and a 26-year-old Austin man for his second DWI. Over the weekend, Lomita went out to serve a warrant. Kipner rolled out on a harassment call, livestock issue, cleared a wreck, and had a suspicious person call. County deputies settled a disturbance, swept up a wreck, and spent most of the weekend making traffic stops. The burn ban has been lifted until May the 7th. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is just moments away.
There's nothing like a Ford, and there's no better place to get yourself driving that new Ford like Hoff Power Ford in Lampasas. With many different vehicles to choose from, with the best prices in Central Texas, with the highest quality and friendliest service center that takes care of you and your car for years to come. Don't wait any longer. Check them out at 902 North Key Avenue in Lampasas, or go online to hford.com. See their inventory, value your trade-in, and take advantage of their local pickup and delivery. Or call Spencer McKnight at 512-556-3631. Get yourself driving your new ride today. There's nothing like a Ford.
You have until Wednesday to get your expired driver's license or ID cards renewed. To schedule an appointment, go to txdpsschedule.com. Expired vehicle registrations have to be renewed as well. Law enforcement will start issuing citations on the 15th for expired driver's license and vehicle registration. Due to repairs from the winter storm, the transfer station in Cove will be closed to the public starting this Wednesday and will reopen next Wednesday, April the 21st. And even though COVID numbers are down across the state, there are worries that we could be in for a 4th wave of infections. TSN's Andrew Greenstein reports.
Dr. Mujib Bassett, the Associate Director of UT Southwestern's Clinical Informatics Center, says he is not predicting another dire situation.
UT Southwestern said that we're going to have a slight increase in the number of cases over the month of April.
Dr. Bassett says the best thing that people can do to prevent another wave is to do what we've been doing for the last year, wearing masks and social distancing. And now with vaccines in abundant supply, everyone 16 and older should get vaccinated.
The more people who get vaccinated, the closer we are to that finish line.
Andrew Greenstein, TSN News.
The pandemic has created a problem for Texans who rent their house or apartment and those who own properties. Russell Scott has the story.
Federal rules conflict with a recent decision by the Texas Supreme Court regarding the end date of an eviction moratorium. A House committee in Austin is now asking the State Department of Housing to find a way to halt eviction proceedings due to a huge backlog of relief payment requests. A recent report showed the state agency had spent only 1% of its more than $1 billion allocation in the first 45 days of the program. The Texas Apartment Association is asking its members to follow federal recommendations, and the Texas Tenants Union calling for an emergency order from the state legislature to protect renters. Russell Scott, TSN News.
In sports, Badger baseball remains in the top spot in district play after Friday's 6-5 win over Brownwood. The boys will try to keep that streak going tomorrow when they hit the road to take on a tough Stephenville team. You can hear that game live at 7 on 101.9 or on lampasasradio.com. Around the district, the Badgers are 6-2, Stephenville 5-1, Brownwood sitting at 4-4, while Gatesville is at 3-3, and Glen Rose sits all alone in the winless column at 0-8. Lady Badger softball lost their second round game against Gatesville in a close 8-7, dropping them to third in district behind Glen Rose in the top spot, followed by Stephenville. The girls dust off and push off the match against the 2-3 Brownwood team tomorrow on home turf with the first pitch at 6:30.